What's some advice you would give to someone looking to start a junk removal business?
Ooh, and I got a question on my Facebook too, real quick, if you want me to answer.
Yeah,
Uh,
please.
would you start a junk removal business knowing what you know today? It's a good question. That's a good question,
That's
right?
a really good one.
Um, yeah, and I'd fucking kill it because here's what I would do. I would destroy it. I think about this all the time. I actually kind of reminisce a little bit, like the last few days over. I've been like, oh my god, if I had Jedi junk removal right now, I'd be fucking murking it. I'd be killing it because I know how to digitally promote myself. I know the best SEO people to use overseas and American SEO companies. I've made so many connect. So the answer is yes, but I would go all in with digital. I would be crushing Facebook. I'd be crushing Facebook ads, Google ads, SEO. I'd have a 200 page website. I would have dynamic SEO, which is something I'll talk about later. I would go in. So 6 months in with my 200 page website, I'd be outranking fucking everybody organically. And I would destroy it with social media. I would go all in on Facebook social media and Facebook ads. I'd probably be spending 10 grand a month on, honestly, 5 to 10 grand a month on Facebook ads is where I was spending 20 to $30,000 a month on Google ads. That's money right back immediately though. You spend 20 grand on Google ads, you get 80 grand back. You spend 30, you get 120 grand back if your ROI is right. So to answer your question, Paul, peace for now. Yes, I would. I would approach it a little bit differently though. Paul, what was your question prior?
What is just for a new up and coming person looking to get into junk removal, what is some advice you would give them? But you kind of summed it up with that answer as well. You would go more with the social media and
Yeah.
digital and all that. So yeah, that makes sense. And
So
when I hear these numbers, I'm just like, holy shit, man! Like you went really big with like the Google ads and
yeah,
Facebook ads, and
I
you
went
know
I went
a
in.
lot of people would be a little nervous at the beginning, going so deep. But you're saying you've seen the returns right away. So if you're putting in 20, 30 grand, you're getting back 80,000.
You got to make sure you run your Google ads right. That's the difficult part, and it's competitive. But I do want to add something on to your question, to my previous answer.
Yep.
Is what I would do is what I was talking about, Paul, was all like long-term strategic, right? Like, hey, I'm gonna start social media. I'm gonna fucking go in on SEO. I'm gonna build a 200-page website. That's shit that takes time. That's like long term. But if you start it in the beginning, right, 6 months, you're gonna be like killing it. But how do you get jobs within those 6 months while you're fucking building up your SEO and you're doing social media? That doesn't happen overnight. It's consistency. So during those 6 months, Paul, I would go ham on yard signs. I'd put out 500 yard signs a month. The
Okay.
yard signs is the single best channel. It's short-term, quick results, right?
I
It's
got to ask you about the yard signs because I'm hearing different things, and in my area I don't see any yard signs around, and when I do see them go up, literally like a day later they're gone. So what is the deal? How do you find out if you're able to put them in certain towns, and how do you know where to put them and that they'll stay there?
So what you want to do is there's a really good video on YouTube by Temecula Junk. Go watch that video. But the answer is this: Bandit. You're going to take your Bandit yard signs
Yep.
and you're going to staple them to the telephone poles 10 feet high. Okay. You're going to make
Okay.
a stapler gun with some PVC pipe. There's plenty of videos that you could watch that show you how to make this little stapler gun that goes all the way up. Oh, you got a different view going on now.
Oh yeah, we got to switch it up a little.
All right. So it goes
Hold
all
on.
the
When
way.
you say, what do you mean by banded signs? You're saying so not with your logo or anything on them?
Yeah, so Bandit yard signs, same thing, but with no logo, and you put them on every telephone pole. If you're going to put them, stake them in the grass, those are going to go quick. But you can also put them on chain link fences, and you can tie them to stop signs too. You go watch this video on Temecula Valley. The ones that get taken the quickest are going to be the ones that you put in the grass with stakes. Those are going to be taken the fastest, but there's 3 other ways to do it. Telephone poles up high, put them to fences with rivets. You can hole punch little holes in the corners of the yard signs and get zip ties and put them to chain link fences. And then you can also get bigger zip ties and stick them to stop signs. So those 3 methods they'll stay up longer. And then of course, put them in the grass as well. But 500 yard signs a month, my man.
But are you able to put your logo on it, or are you gonna have a
I
problem?
don't.
Like the
So
law
I
is
don't
gonna
do
be
that.
hitting you up? Yeah.
No. I don't do that. I do a tracking number too, so they can't Google the phone number and find my company, because you are going to get those anal. You're going to get those. I had a couple cops or angry neighbors call me, but
Yeah.
what are they going to do? I do branded signs in customers' yards, and they let me keep. You offer them $20 off to leave it in the yard. What better referral than a neighbor in a neighborhood where it says Jedi junk removal in the neighborhood, and you keep it there for 2 weeks? Most customers, they say yes for that extra $20 off. And you just say, hey, will you leave it here for a week, 2 weeks? And I'm a family-owned business. I got kids. Dude, they say yes every fucking time. I use branded signs only for neighborhoods of customers that let me keep it in the yard. I do unbranded signs with the tracking number everywhere else, so you don't get in trouble, because LA, I don't think it was, I never got a sheriff or anything, but I got some angry motherfuckers who called me, and I was like, what are you going to do? I have a tracking
What do you
number.
mean by tracking number? Like what does that mean? Is
So
it
a
it's
tracking number is numbers that you can set up, separate numbers for like business cards, the side of your truck, your T-shirts, your Google Maps, your Yelp profile, your Facebook ads, your yard signs. You have 5, 10, 20 different phone numbers, and they all forward and redirect to your phone. So
how do you get something like that? Is there an app, or is there something?
you can use my software, Autopilot, or
Bingo, that's what I was just about to ask
or you
you.
can
Yep.
use CallRail, which is what I used to use back in the day.